Morning everybody, welcome to today's session. I hope you all had a lovely weekend and a good Monday. Can't believe today's the last day of the month and we'll be in July tomorrow. That's quite crazy. I'm really sorry about this ladder. We have a loft in our garage and that's been left out for the weekend, so I'm hoping it won't impair you being able to see me, but I'm sure it'll be fun. Let's get started. So we're going to start with our neck stretches. So tip the head over to one side, take one hand across, reaching the other arm away. Nice deep breaths. Let's swap sides, tipping over, the hand comes across, reaching away. One more time on each side, tip over, tip the head and reach up across. Last time, tipping over, hand comes across, reaching away. Good and relax now. We're going to go onto our backs for our breathing. So laying on your back, just want to take those knees bent, feet on the floor. The arms are going to rest down beside you. So I want you to lay in that neutral position, so we should have a nice curve underneath the lower back, just big enough to be able to get part of your hand underneath. Hands are just resting down beside you. And we're taking nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through a pursed lip. Breathing in and out. So as you're taking those nice deep breaths in and out, I want you to think about those hips staying level. Imagine you have a torch on each hip bone and they're shining up parallel to one another onto the ceiling. Keeping the upper body nice and relaxed. So shoulders are away from the ears. Your chest is nice and open, palms are facing the ceiling. Keeping the weight evenly placed through those feet. So remember, big toe, little toe and heel. And then just start to gently tighten through that tummy. From here, as you breathe out, I want you to tuck the pelvis under. So you're flattening your lower back into the floor. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to release out to neutral. We're tucking under to flatten. Holding there. And releasing out. So as you tuck under, I want you to find that strong flat back position. Using the tummy muscles and the pelvis to move, so you're not squeezing your bottom here. On this next one, we're going to hold our flat back position. So this nice strong flat back position, we're going to start to tighten through the pelvic floor. So as you breathe out, you're tightening all the way in with the pelvic floor. Inhale to release. You're thinking of the sensation of stopping a wee mid-flow. Exhale to tighten. Inhale to release. So as you're tightening, you should be finding that your tummy muscles are working harder and that your back feels slightly flatter into the floor. Let's half that contraction, so 50% tightening in the pelvic floor as you exhale. Inhale to release. Exhale to tighten. Inhale to release. So we still want our shoulders to stay nice and relaxed away from the ears. Remember I said you can turn those palms up to the ceiling. This is going to help to open up through your chest. Pull your tummy all the way down towards your spine. Keep that weight even through the feet. Big toe, little toe and heel. We half one last time, so 20 to 25% tightening. So this should feel like a very gentle lifting, something that you could sustain throughout any exercise if you needed to. It's just working in the background. So your flat back position should feel strong. You're using your tummy muscles, your pelvic floor to help you to stay there. We're going to bring both legs up into a tabletop position. So your knee is above your hip and your shin is parallel to the ceiling, or shins, you've got both legs lifted, sorry. From here, as you breathe out, you're tapping one toe down towards the floor, lifting up. Swapping sides, tap down and lift. Tap down and lift. So we're keeping our strong flat back position, your tummy is tightened and you're using the pelvic floor. Taking nice deep breaths, keep those shoulders away from the ears. Breathe. 2 more on each side, tapping down and lift, down and lift. Last one each side, down and lift, down and lift. From there, hug those knees into your chest. And we're going to be going onto our hands and knees for our stretch in our back. Grab yourself a drink if you need one. So we're taking our hands under the shoulders, knees underneath those hips, and your tummy's already nice and tightened. As you breathe out, you're tucking that pelvis under to curve the back, arching the spine, dropping your head. Take a nice deep breath in to stay. Exhale, let the pelvis go back to your start position. The spine follows. And the head lifts. Lifting up. Curving through that back. Arching the spine and dropping the head. Holding here. Releasing out. And lifting the head. So we want lots of movement through the back. You're working each section of your spine piece by piece. So any areas of your back that feel really stiff or sore, we're just slowing them down. Piece by piece. Think of moving each vertebrae one by one. So as we curve our back, think of pulling that tummy all the way in. As we're releasing out, think of those shoulders coming away from the ears. 2 more here, tucking under to curve. Arching the spine, dropping that head. We hold. Releasing out. Lifting the head. We've got 1 more here. Tucking under to curve. Arching the spine, dropping the head. We hold. Releasing out. And lifting up. From here, we're pushing back into a shell stretch. So bottom to the feet. Reaching those hands forwards. We then want to be laying on our sides for our chest opening stretch. So if you lay on your side, remember those legs are one on top of the other, knees are bent, arms are nice and long, palm to palm, and you're resting the head down. You can use a pillow or something here if you need to. From here, we're going to lift this top arm up so your fingertips point to the ceiling. Take your head with you as you're twisting away towards that opposite wall. Holding here for your stretch before lifting up and over to come down palm to palm. Lifting up, fingertips to the ceiling. Taking the head with you, twisting away. Holding here to stretch. Before lifting back up and over to come down palm to palm. So the legs are staying glued together. You want to ground them so that as you twist, this movement comes through your waist. Nice deep breaths. We keep the arms stretching long. From the fingertips all the way into the armpit. Really opening up through that chest. We're looking at that hand for as long as we can. Knowing you've got a good range of movement through the neck. Let's take 2 more here. Lifting up. Take the head with you, twisting away. Hold. Before coming back up and over. To come down palm to palm. Last one, lifting up, fingertips to the ceiling. Taking the head with you. Twisting away, we hold. Before coming back up and over. And down palm to palm. So from there we're going to swap sides. So just laying on the other side of your body. Still with those knees bent and stacked on top of one another. Arms along, palm to palm. Resting the head down. Lifting that top arm up, fingertips to the ceiling. Taking the head with you. Twisting away. We hold. Before lifting back up. And over. To come down palm to palm. Top arm lifts. Take the head with you. Twisting away, we hold. Before coming back up and over. Back down palm to palm. So remember, we're keeping those legs glued together. Grounded. Let that twist come through the waist. Reach the arm nice and long. Fingertips all the way to the ceiling. Coming into that armpit. So we can get really open through the chest. Looking at that hand for as long as you can. So you know you're getting a good range of movement on both sides of the neck. 2 more here, lifting up, fingertips point to the ceiling. Taking the head with you. Twisting away, we hold. Coming up and over. Back down, palm to palm. Last one, lifting up, fingertips to the ceiling. Taking that head with you. Twisting away, we hold. Coming back up and over. Down palm to palm. From there, roll onto your back and take a full body stretch. We are going to stay on our backs, but if you'd like to grab yourself a drink, then you can. So, coming onto your back, again we're going to going to be in our neutral position. So you want to have that slight curve underneath the lower spine. Feet are on the floor, knees are nice and bent. Arms are resting down beside you. Take a nice deep breath in to nod the head, chin to chest. Exhale, lift those shoulders away from the floor, reach the arms nice and long. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control back down. Nodding the head. Lifting up. We hold. Control back down. So it's your tummy muscles that are lifting you here. Pull that belly button all the way down. This chin to chest position is there to try and keep relaxed through the neck. So thinking big nod of the head, then we're lifting up. Holding. Control back down. The arms are reaching long, keeping those shoulders away from the ears. Tightening that pelvic floor. Got two more here, then we're going to change the legs. This is the last one, chin to chest. Lifting up, we hold. Control back down. So from here, I want you to lift one foot off of the floor. So here you can see that my thighs are still in line. So you shouldn't have your leg lifted higher or dropped lower. The thighs should stay in line. Don't mind if the knee is bent, mine is here. Your movement is the same. Breathe into a nod. Lift up. We hold. Control the upper body down, leave the leg where it is. Chin to chest. Lifting up. We hold. Control back down. So you still use that chin to chest position. You can support the head here if you need to, but you'll still use that chin to chest and your hands are behind the head, not on the neck. Two more on this side, chin to chest, lifting up. We hold. Control back down, last one, chin to chest, lifting up, we hold, control back down, place that leg down, you've got the other side. So you're going to lift that leg up from the floor. I can't do it on this side. You're going to have those thighs in line, just the lower leg that's going to be extended. So again, chin to chest, lifting up, excuse me, we hold. Control back down. So you know you've got that chin to chest position, then pull that tummy in. Keep the pelvic floor tightened. Shoulders are down. Two more here, chin to chest, lifting up. We hold. Control back down, last one here, chin to chest. Lifting up, we hold. Control back down. From there, hug those knees into your chest. And we're going to bring ourselves into a knelt position. If you don't like bearing weight on your knees, then you can go onto your fronts. Grab a drink if you need one. Right, I'll bring myself further forwards so that I'm completely in the shot. Well, maybe the top of my head is chopped off. So on your knees, you can just about see here that my knees are underneath my hips. If you're laying on your front, you're laying along with the legs behind you, your hands are mat width apart. Hopefully you can differentiate the floor and my legs there. So from here, you're keeping your upper body nice and lifted. So you want to be tall through the body. Shoulders are down, but try and keep them back. Okay, if you notice that mine are rolling forwards, my posture's just become a little bit more horrendous now that I'm having this extra weight in front. So I'm trying really hard to make sure they're back and down. So I'll keep prompting that quite a lot. We're going to take a little nod of the head just to keep the neck nice and relaxed. If you suffer from cramp, don't know if you can see, just going to tuck those toes under, which will help to avoid that in the lower leg. But if not, we're resting down. So from here, as you breathe in, we lean ourselves back, tightening in that tummy. Exhale, squeeze the bottom and lift yourself up. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. We're going to keep this tummy tightened the whole time. Leaning back. Driving up. So you're really putting belly button all the way into the spine. Shoulders are relaxed, making sure you're not flinging that head back. So keep that lean as big or small as you want to keep it. Doesn't have to be really far, you can keep it really tiny. We've got 2 more here, then we'll change the arms. Leaning back. And lift. Last one, leaning back. And lift. So whether you're on your front or on your knees, the arms are going to be the same for this one. So you're going to take a nice big roll back of your shoulders. So if you see my arms are basically behind me, you're nipping those shoulder blades in. Then you're going to lean. Coming back, relax the arms. Roll those shoulders, the arms will start to come back, then reaching. We lean to lift back up. So it's the same roll of the shoulders and reaching, then going into your lift if you're laying on your front. So like I said before, rather selfishly, this is for me, opening up through the chest. And I'm sure that lots of you, if you have been sitting at desks or in front of the telly for a lot of time, which a lot of us have in lockdown, 100 days I think we've had now, then you're going to notice that more rounding, I'm really exaggerating, slightly slouched position, because it's just natural unless you're sitting on a really, really, really good chair, which hardly any of us do, with really, really strong posture, which hardly any of us do in our downtime. Let's take 2 more here. Nice big roll of the shoulders. Reach the arms back and lean. Squeeze to lift. Last one. Roll those shoulders. Reaching back. Squeeze and lift. Good, really well done. From there, you're going to go into your shell stretch. So bottom to the feet. Reach those arms in front. And then we're going to be doing our 100. So you're going to be on your back. So do grab a drink if you need one. as you go onto your back, we're going to be in our flat back position. So you're nice and tucked under in your flat back. Just have your feet on the floor for now, as we talk through what we're going to do. So you should be laying down flat on the floor, looking up towards the ceiling. Excuse me. From here, in your flat back position, your legs will be lifting and they'll be in a tabletop position. So you're going to have those knees above your hips, shins parallel to the ceiling. If you find that position quite comfortable and quite easy, start to bring your legs further away from your hips. Your shins should still be parallel to the ceiling and your back still nice and flat. If that doesn't make sense, you stay in that boxy shape, okay? From there, we're going to be nodding the head and lifting the shoulders. And those arms are going to be nice and long. And we're going to be changing the direction of our palms, which we haven't done for a couple of weeks now, I don't think. So as you breathe in, your palms will be facing the floor. As you breathe out, your palms will face the ceiling. And they'll just hopefully quite simultaneously change. So they should look, the arms should look like this. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you get really confused, just choose one of those two options and just stick with it. Once you've done your 100 repetitions of the arm-hand movements, the hands are going to come behind the head and we're going to go into our 2 sets of 8, sitting up towards the legs. Then we're going to rest that head down. The arms are then going to start to reach up to the ceiling. Your legs are going to also lengthen. So as I always say, it doesn't matter if they're bent, you're just trying to get them longer than when they're in tabletop. We're then going into 2 sets of 8, reaching upwards towards those feet. If your neck is really sore and you can't manage without supporting the head, have one hand behind and then swap the arm after the first set of 8. Okay, so we do that all together. I'll talk you through so you know what's going on. So tucking under, nice strong flat back position. When you're there, bring your legs to tabletop so your knees are above your hips, shins parallel to the ceiling. We're going to nod the head and lift the shoulders. And we're taking those arms nice and long. Remember, we're rotating the palms. Excuse me. Good. And we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pelvic floor, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Staying here, take those hands behind your head. Legs should still be in tabletop. We're sitting up for 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5. Tummies in. 4, 3, 2, 1. From there, start to lengthen your legs as much as you can. Both arms are reaching up. We reach up for 8, 7, 6. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. 8, 7, 6. Tummies in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax there. Hug those knees into the chest. And then stretch out into a nice long full body stretch. Good. From there, we're going to come up into a seated position. Grab a drink if you need one. we're going to go into some stretches. So, I'm going to try doing these stretches with you, but I'm going to see how my hip goes. I've had a few days off, obviously Saturday, Sunday and yesterday. My hip feels a lot better from a little rest, so I don't want to push it too much and aggravate it more. So, I want you to be in a cross-legged position. I'm just going to be in kind of an open-y, comfortable position for myself, but you're going to be cross-legged. So you're going to have one leg tucked under the other, so one leg should be in front, the other leg should be behind. We're going to be doing walking forwards with the hands to take a stretch to the back and the arms and do our breathing movements, okay? Breathing exercises. So we'll do both sides. I'll do one facing you and I'll do one facing away. So it doesn't matter which leg you have in front, we're going to change sides. If I was you and you know you find this, I would do the side that I think is least flexible first. So you've got your most comfortable side to finish on. So just start sitting up really nice and tall. From here, have your hands on the floor. Obviously your feet should be behind your hands. And I just want you to start to walk those hands forwards. So you'll be leaning through the hips. You're walking as far forwards as you can go. From here, you're going to drop that head. So you're looking down at the mat, at the floor. And you're just staying here, and you're going to start taking nice deep breaths. So you're breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Nice deep breath in. Then we start creeping those hands out in front. Again, holding here, nice deep breaths in and out. So trying to get that exhale longer than the breath in. So you can breathe in for 2, out for 4, or in for 3, out for 6, in for 4, out for 8, etc. We're trying to force all that breath out so you can then take a really nice deep inhalation and use that oxygen you're bringing into your body. So as you finish your exhale, you should feel like you really need to breathe in. Don't want it to be shallow. Take another nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, creep those hands further forwards. So this time we're just holding here with those nice deep breaths. In through the nose. Force it out through the mouth. We're trying to go in through the nose and out through the mouth. But if you are finding you've got a blocked up nose, I'm quite blocked up from hay fever, then you can then go to just mouth breathing. And now just start to walk your hands all the way back in. Bring yourself up sitting nice and tall. If you're not used to that deep breathing, just take a moment if you're feeling a little bit lightheaded. Then when you are ready, I want you to uncross your legs and cross them the other way. I'm just going to sit up a little higher. Okay, so you're still in the same position, you just change the leg that's crossed in front. Okay? So again, from here, hands are on the floor. And just start to walk your hands as far forwards as you can. So you're dropping the head, curving that back. And remember here, you're taking those nice deep breaths in and out. So nice deep breath in. And as you breathe walk those hands further forwards if you can. Still taking that nice deep breathing. Trying to exhale for longer than you're inhaling. Forcing all of that air out. Nice deep breath in. And again, walking those hands forwards, keeping that head dropped down. So if you're exhaling through a pursed lip, you're also promoting the deeper tummy muscles to start to slightly tighten. So still building strength through the core. Nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, start to walk your hands back in. Sitting yourself up, just take that moment to center and ground yourself. Good, relaxing there, take a drink. From here we're going to come into our frog stretch. So you're going to be sitting with the soles of your feet together. Try and get those feet as close into your body as you can. Knees are nice and wide, this will get your hips nice and open. We're just going to bounce through those hips. Just little bounces. Hopefully you can see that against the purple. Then relaxing there, and you're going to lean forward, taking hold of your feet. Use your elbows to push into those legs to increase that stretch. Use the feet, the pulling on the feet to bring you down. And relaxing there. Good, we're going to be on our backs again. So from here, you're going to find a nice flattened position. Excuse me. Just got a nice tucked under flat back position. Just sort out my clothes. There we go. So you want to be into the floor like we have for the 100. You're going to be bringing your legs up into a tabletop position. Arms just resting down beside you to begin with. We're going to nod the head, lift the shoulders. The hands will come to the knees. As you exhale, you're going to reach one leg out long and away from you. The other leg stays in tabletop. Inhale to come back to the centre. Swap sides, reach away. And centre. Swapping sides, reach away. So you've got both legs in tabletop. One leg's reaching down and long. Doesn't matter how high or low that leg travels. What I want is the length. So it doesn't matter if it's still quite high, it shouldn't touch the floor. It can hover off if that's where you're comfortable to move into, but it shouldn't touch. Wherever you're moving that leg to, you should keep your flat back. So tummy stays pulled down, tighten through the pelvic floor. Breathe. You're in this chin to chest position. If your neck is sore, drop the head back down. You've got two more on each side, reaching away. And in. Reaching away. And in, one more on each side, reaching away. And in, reaching away. And in, hug those knees into your chest. We're staying in our flat back position. Again, we're going to lift into tabletops. Remember, your knees are above your hips, shins parallel to the ceiling. This time we've all got our hands behind the head. We're going to nod our head and lift our shoulders. As you breathe out and you reach one leg long and away, same as before, you're going to twist your upper body towards the knee that you've left behind. Inhale to the centre, swapping sides, reaching away and twist. Back to the centre, reaching away and twist. Back to the centre. So we still want the leg to reach out as long as it possibly can. Remember, it's not touching the floor, it's hovering away if you can. It doesn't matter how high or low that leg is travelling, we want the straightening at the knee. Get the whole of that upper body towards that knee you're leaving behind. Don't just start to move that elbow, use your tummy, take the body over. Find your flat back in the centre so you're still using your pelvic floor. Elbows are wide. 2 more on each side. We're tipping over with the upper body. And centre. Twisting over. And centre. One more time on each side. Twist over. And centre. Twisting over. And centre. Hug those knees in. Just rock yourself from side to side. Still in our flat back position, but this time I'm going to let you leave your head resting down, looking up towards the ceiling. So if your neck is sore, this should feel quite nice for you. Your legs are again going to come up into a tabletop position, but this time you're going to take your feet together. So you're in that frog position, but your legs are up. So you'll be here with this open position. So you should have a diamond in the middle of your legs, okay? So like a frog stretch, but in the air. So you're resting your head down, keeping your flat back. As you breathe out, you're going to reach those legs long and away from you, as straight as you can. Those knees start to come together. Inhale to bend back in. So legs are going to reach long and away, bending back in. So again, you can keep those legs quite high. If you're getting really comfortable with that movement, start to lower them towards the floor more as they straighten. But you're keeping that flat back. So your tummy should stay nice and tightened and you're using your pelvic floor. If you're losing that position, don't take your legs as low. You will have done this one with me if you usually come to class. Breathe. So really opening out in the hip. We're going to do 2 more here, reaching long and away. Bend back in. Reaching long and away. Bending back in, relaxing there, and hug those knees into your chest. Good, from there we're going to be on our hands and knees. Grab yourself a drink if you need one. And then we'll be on our hands and knees. So we're going to go into our knee lifts. So no hands under your shoulders, knees into your hips. tuck those toes under. Remembering that if you suffer from sore wrists, you can bring yourself down onto your forearms. So as you breathe out, you're going to pull the tummy all the way in, lifting your knees from the floor, just an inch or so. Inhale down. Exhale to lift. Inhale down. So you're thinking tummy muscles are lifting you, hands and feet are here for support. So you're really pulling your belly button in as much as you can. Always try and keep your head in line with the rest of your spine. So if you're on your forearms, you're looking just past the fingertips. No, if you're on long arms, sorry, you're looking just past the fingertips. If you're on your forearms, you're looking straight down to the floor. So basically, you need to avoid dropping the head or pushing the head up, where you're going to strain through that neck. Got 4 more here. Lifting up and down. Lifting up and down. Last 2. Lifting up and down. Lifting up and down. From there, relaxing back into your shoulder stretch and roll through those wrists. Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to go into planks. So last week, the whole week we did planks, so we went from low to high and held the high position. So we're going to make it harder, and we're going to go from low to high, hold for a breath, back down to low. So you're going to be in your plank for quite a long time, but you're all super strong, so you'll be fine. So I can demonstrate through the arms. I'm obviously going to be on my knees, so just bear that in mind. So you're going to start on your forearms, so great for any of you that suffer from sore wrists. If you weren't able to lift all the way up into that high position last week, just keep working on that. That is absolutely fine. So from here, you're going to be taking one leg back, long and behind you, your weight is in those toes. The other leg will come out to join it, and you're going to find your strong plank position. When you're ready, tip your weight into one side, press down into one hand, lifting yourself up into that high plank. Get a strong plank position, breathe in and out, and bring yourself down, down, breathe in, out, and relax. So you're in that plank position for quite a long time in total, okay? There is no rush. Take your time. Do this in your own time. So you're going to step back. Strong plank position. When you're ready, lean over. Pressing down, lift yourself up. Holding. Come down. Down, strong plank, holding. And relax. My low plank does not look the best because my belly currently touches the floor, but you should be able to still see that I'm in that nice long line, okay? Hopefully you can still see that. So you keep going these at your own pace. Remember that as you come into that plank, you're squeezing your bottom, pulling your tummy in. Take your time, keep breathing. Find a strong plank position. You're not leaving your bottom behind or keeping it lifted in either of those planks. You've got 3 planks in total there, really, that we've just connected together. If you're not able to get yourself all the way into that high lifted position, work on that half lift and relax. Then try the other side, down, and then finish. So you're still going to have a sustained plank position. You're just going to do each of those lifts before you relax yourself down. So there's a few different options there for you to try. Finding that low plank. Leaning over. Remember, the hand needs to come under the shoulder to push yourself up. Holding that plank. Then remember, you need the top of the arm under the shoulder here, so the forearm steps out forwards. So you're moving those arms from out to in as well when you're lifting. If you leave your hand underneath your shoulder, you're going to be really cramped in that low plank. You're not going to get down there. Let's take 2 more here. Step back, strong low plank. Leaning over, press down, lift, holding that plank. Coming down, down, hold that plank. Relax. Got 1 more, you're doing really well. Step back, strong plank. Lean over, push up, high plank. Coming down, down, low plank. And relax there. Well done if you managed to do those, really good. That's a difficult exercise, so I'm really challenging you there. Roll through those wrists and grab yourself a drink. Control that breathing if it feels a little ragged. Okay, then we're just going to take a nice roll back of the shoulders. And forwards. Those arms are coming out to the side. We're lifting up. We're stretching over. Back to the center. We're lifting up. Stretching over. 1 more time each side. We're lifting up. And over. We're lifting up. And over. Relaxing now, that's the end of today's session. How quickly is that hour gone? Oh. Thank you so much for joining me today for our session. Don't forget to drop me a comment or message me on how you're finding the sessions and stuff. I think we're on like something ridiculous like week 15. I know lots of you have probably gone back to work or might be doing these on catch up, but it's still really great to hear your feedback, even if you're doing them a day or so late. Remember, you can contact me with any questions that you've got regarding any of the exercises, stretches, alternatives. I will try and help you as much as I can. As I've said lots of times before, I'm going to keep these going for as long as I can, even if that means that I have to start doing a more stretch-based class. But I will keep you posted on that. And I just want to thank everybody again for all of your support. It's literally been amazing. I hope to see some of you for the rest of the week. And if not, I'll see you all next week. I hope you have a lovely day. Take care. Bye-bye.